Hi, my name is Steve, and alongside with me, as you all know who she is, Jan. Jan from New York City Saves Money is alongside with me, and she wanted to elaborate on one of her recent videos that she just put up on
Hi, Steve. Hi, everybody.
YouTube.
How
Hey,
you doing?
Janet.
Thanks for having me on, Steve. I really appreciate you. Okay, what I'd like to talk about today is a recent upload. I want to give everybody the exact name of the video. And thank you, Steve, in advance for hooking it up in the description box below. So I would appreciate that. The thumbnail says, I never want to hear this, but the title of the video is Huge Wallet Leaking Habits One May Not Even Notice. All right. The reason I asked Steve to come on to talk about and elaborate this, I think there was a kind of big misunderstanding on some folks' part for some reason or another. This is a video where you see me demonstrate how wasteful a negative habit, including, for example, people that go out to the store and buy scratch tickets. So I had a kind friend loan me their tickets that they wasted money on, and for whatever reason, they collect the tickets, that person, and I wanted to use this for demonstration purposes. So whereby you see me counting the tickets. Those tickets cost that person $1 each. Well, I'm not going to give the whole count. Let's just say it was a sizable amount. If you're interested, you go view the video. But what made me a little bit surprised was that, I mean, people are entitled to like or dislike a video, absolutely. I personally, in the history of me being a viewer on YouTube, which is going on, I was a viewer since 2017. I have yet ever disliked anyone's video because I respect the content creator enough that they tried. That's me, but people are free to dislike. Thank you for the view. So I was a little surprised that I saw 3 dislikes. I'm saying, I wonder if there's a little disconnect or misunderstanding of this video. The only conclusion, Steve, that I could come to is that some people maybe felt intimidated, that maybe it struck a nerve in their heart. Whoever might have, I mean, whoever this may be, maybe didn't like the way it was filmed, but whatever. I mean, it's a billion reasons why somebody may not like a video. Okay. But I feel like this, in some people, not necessarily anyone that disliked it, but in general in life, I have a feeling when you strike a nerve with someone, they don't like it. Okay. Well, I'm not going to defend wasting every single day. Sorry about the bird clock. Every single day going to the grocery store or the lottery store and buying a ticket. Let's just say that person has lost hundreds of dollars over time. My channel is about saving money. My channel is about defending good habits. In my honest opinion, I always worry about the accumulative effect on something. Something can have an accumulative effect in a positive way or in a negative way. For example, you could take one nasty food. Let's compare it to a diet, for example, an eating plan. If a person removes one trigger food like sugar, for example, and on an everyday basis, cuts back or eliminates it, after a while, that person's going to look and feel better. It's just by default. That's just the way it works. If a person is going to cut out gambling, for example, I'm just use this as an example. Oh, but it's only $2 a day. The point of that video was about small leaks in a wallet and how that can add up. I don't like it when someone says to me, Steve, I can't save. I can't save. If I sat down with that person and analyzed certain habits, they may be happily surprised to find out how much they actually could save by doing minor adjustment. That's really basically the gist of it, Steve.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. I mean, another thing to add on to your lottery ticket thing is when people go and buy a ticket, you don't always win on one ticket. Sometimes you have to buy 5 or 10. But what I'm driving at is when you scratch a ticket, a scratch off like what you had in the video. Oh, I won $10. I won 15 or 20 or whatever. You take that money or that ticket, you go back, and you're going to go buy that amount of tickets that you won, 10, 20. But guess what? That $10 or $20 win can go right to zero because the probability or chances of you matching it or succeeding that amount is not always guaranteed. That's why if you hit $10, $20, stop. Don't play anymore. That's where people get the temptation. Oh, I got to try for more. No, you don't.
Absolutely. I have a specific story that I'd love to share, Steve, if we have a minute. I know a person, an actual person here in New York, back in 1993, won, quote, end of quote, $2,700 on one of those lottery. That person had chased that number all the way up to 2019.
Oh,
I was like startled by this. I said, well, did you ever win that again? No. Well, how often did you play it? Every day. Once a day? Twice a day. I took out my calculator, and that person spent at that point close to $20,000 to chase after trying to win another $2,700. What could that person have done with $20,000? See, here's my issue, Steve. For the person that says, but I can't save. Okay, forget lottery. Let's just wipe that off the board. What other I was focusing on leaky wallet habits. And I just am amazed that how could anyone not understand that that was the purpose of that message? Leaky wallet habits. Yes, it could be too much coffee. It could be a bag of chips. It's the everyday thing that counts. That's the problem. If you do this negative thing, listen, if you have a gazillion dollars, I don't care how much you gamble. Okay, I don't judge anyone. That's your business. But don't come to me and say, but I can't save. I'm talking about the person that does not have the gazillion dollars and maintains they can't save. That to me is like ridiculous.
yeah. I have mentioned this before. I don't do it anymore. It was about a year ago or so, maybe even late 2019. I do like Dunkin' Donuts coffee, don't get me wrong. And I have one near me, believe it or not, within a 2.5, 3 mile radius, if that. I was going over to Dunkin' Donuts in the morning to meet, a good friend of mine and have our 30, 40-minute coffee, breakfast, whatever. And it was costing me $2.57 for a large, roughly 4 days a week. Mind you, that's somewhere around $10.80, give or take. That's what? Over $40 in coffee in a month. But it got to the point to where sometime, here's what I did. I would take a Dunkin' Donuts cup. I kept the cup. And before I would go and meet my friend, I would make my own coffee here, make it the way I like it, put a lid on it. I would come around. He would already be at Dunkin' Donuts waiting. I would come around and I would let a little bit of, enough time to pass as if I was going through drive-through. I would come around and I would park. He thought I went through drive-through to get a cup of coffee. That wasn't the case. I made my cup of coffee here. I just took it with me there. And because for $10, you can go buy a bag or a container of whatever coffee variation you like. Matter of fact, for $10, I can get a bag of Dunkin' Donuts coffee and make it here. Or I could get chock full of nuts or Folgers or another brand that I like that's hard to come across. And I'm not talking about the cappuccino mix. Hills Brothers has a can of coffee that comes in a red container. The only place I can find it is online from a specific company that sells it. I'm not going to mention names, but that's another good one. So that's what I myself started doing, is that right there. And not that I would spend $40 in a month. I noticed that maybe the first week, maybe part of the second week, and then I decided to change my system up.
Right. Anybody's free to dislike any video for whatever technical reason, whatever. But to me, what's to dislike about the example being shown about accumulated effect that every day, it's the everyday negative thing. If you're doing something negative every day, at the end of the month, that's 31 times worth of negativity.
Yeah.
If you're doing positive things 31 times a month, that's positive stuff. What side do you want to be on? All I did was use a visual. That's it. If it hit home and you feel bad about it, good. Then I did a great thing.
Yeah, you did. Right.
You don't like it? Fine. Thank you for the view.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I
don't care. Thank you for the view.
Right. And like I said, there are people that say, oh, but I can't save money. I can't do this. I can't is not a good word. I really don't even like the word try, because some people don't put enough emphasis in the word try.
Correct.
When I hear the word try from somebody else, it's like, maybe.
Yes.
No. Anybody can make anything happen. Again, I'm sure you've used this system. I've used this system. If you can add more, add more. You can save money with $1 a day. Set $7 aside and don't touch it. That's 1 week's worth of saving.
Right.
Okay. 4 weeks, $28. If you have 5 weeks, $35. So I don't really want to hear people that say I can't, because you can. And
There's a big difference between can't and won't. They
yeah,
won't.
there is. There is a difference between the two. Absolutely. But, you know.
But thank you for letting me do this. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Again, I know you were wanting to extend out on that video, you know,
Yeah.
to clarify,
Right.
you know, or rectify.
I'm here to help people, not judge people. And I certainly don't judge anyone. But I love the whole basis of my channel. I'm not going to hold your show up for another minute. The whole basis of this channel, my channel, is to encourage saving. And if you could do it a painless way, even suppose you go to a lottery store and spend $2 every day. Could you try cutting back to $1 a day? And don't let me hear when you win something, I'm playing with their money. No, you're not. You're
It's
playing
yours.
with your money.
It's your money. Mhm. That's right. Yeah. All right. Thank you for coming aboard, and I'm glad you got your point
My
across.
pleasure. I'm glad I got it out of my system.
Yeah, me too. All right, guys. Take care, and catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.